Also, speaking of libertarian tendencies in the government, did anybody else see this? So they're trying to push forward basically putting marijuana as a Schedule 3 instead of a Schedule 1 drug. As in, basically, your doctor can write you a prescription, a pharmacist will fill it, and you can go to a pharmacy and pick it up. Like, think Tylenol with codeine. But the implications are kind of huge, and I'm kind of curious as to what their reasoning is. Because the Biden administration started this, right? And their whole thing was they wanted to go for full legalization, and the idea was getting rid of the war on drugs. Like, we're not going to start locking up people because they had some marijuana in their pocket. But they had to settle on basically classifying it as a Schedule 3. And so this started getting pushed out a couple of years ago. And I'm actually surprised, but the Trump administration has continued to push it forward. But they're doing it under the guise of like medical research. And I don't know if that's just what they have to tell their lobbyists, because you know that big tobacco right now is absolutely livid. And big tobacco, by the way, is the only reason why we don't have legalized weed in this country. But federally, like, what does that mean? Does that mean it no longer becomes a part of piss test? Does that mean you can start flying with it? Like, if it's legal in the state that you're flying from, even if you go to a state where maybe it's not legal, or maybe legality doesn't really matter because you would have a doctor's note, like it's a prescription, right? Honestly, I see why people were trying to fight for just full legalization, because reclassifying it as a different scheduled drug still opens up a whole other can of worms. But I think it's a step in the right direction. Oh, and I imagine like private prisons, like those lobbyists are really big mad too. Because like that's what the South is full of, right? Non-violent drug offenders that basically got caught with some weed in their pocket. Then they're sentenced to like 20 years and they end up like sweeping the state capitol for like pennies on the dollar. It's modern day slavery. You can look it up. So this is kind of wild. I wonder if it actually is going to go through. But like knowing the administration, how fast they've been with everything else, even the really negative stuff, I kind of think by summer we might start seeing like medical FDA trials and stuff on just, I don't know, the general effects.